Hey, welcome back to my channel. It's Mina Kamille and I am back with another video. And if you're new here, welcome, and please do me a favor. If you do like this video, go ahead and like, comment, and subscribe. It helps my channel and I'd greatly appreciate it. Thank you so much. With that being said, let's go ahead and get into the video. So first up, we have Wave Child from room 1015. 1015, 1015, whatever. I have been wanting to try this fragrance for so long. I got Scentbird and they were sold out, so I wasn't able to try it there. So I went ahead and I ordered a little decant of it. And I have to say, this is delicious. When I first smelled it, I immediately got watermelon candy, or like the Jolly Ranchers, the watermelon Jolly Ranchers. But it also has like a orange and mandarin. I'm looking at my notes here. And some warm amber and woods to soften it up in the base. It's playful, it's flirty, but it's not childish. Or it's not, I mean, I guess it depends on who you ask, but to me, I don't feel childish wearing this. I don't feel like, you know, it's not age appropriate. The watermelon in here is definitely artificial to my nose, but it's not headache inducing. So yeah, this is definitely a winner for me. I really like this one a lot. I was surprised. I didn't know how it was gonna go, but I like it. Next up, we have Creme Brulee. This has been all over TikTok, all over YouTube, and I had to try it. At first, I was also hesitant about this because sometimes when I hear like desserts or like pastries, and it just depends. Sometimes I want it, sometimes I don't. Although I am a gourmand girly, I wasn't sure. When I heard that this had coconut in it, I had to try it because I love coconut. It's one of my favorite notes. So yeah, this is Creme Brulee by Theodoros Kalotines. I'm butchering these names, but y'all know what I mean. This smells like my childhood, and I'll tell you why. But first, I'll tell you what I'm getting. I'm getting a explosive vanilla and coconut bomb. I'm getting a sticky, sweet, flaky coconut. When I say flaky, I mean like the, think of like when you open a bag of, what is it? The flakes that you cook with. The coconut flakes that you cook with. Think of that. Like a macaroon, like a French coconut macaroon. That's what I'm getting here. And coconut oil, and that's why it reminds me of my childhood. It smells like a coconut candle, a coconut macaroon, or macaron, however you want to say it, and coconut oil. And when I was a kid, my mom used to always put coconut oil. She used it for everything, in my hair, to cook with, to do oil pullings. Like, it's just such a staple. It was such a staple in my household. And that's what I think of. Mainly like getting my hair done as a kid. Her combing my hair and stuff like that. Do I want to smell like coconut oil? Like, do I want to walk around smelling like coconut oil? I thought about it, and yes, I do. Yes, I do. Okay, next up I have Escapade Gourmand. And this has been, everyone has been talking about this. It's not necessarily new. Like, not all of these are new. You know, they're just new to me, or I haven't been on YouTube in a while, so I'm talking about them. But this one, everyone has been talking about, and I just could not wait. I love a good vanilla. I'm a sucker for a good vanilla. I don't know if I can have too many vanillas, but I do know that I'm at the point where I need something special. And unfortunately, this one just didn't do it. And I was so disappointed because everyone's raving about it and everyone's talking about how good it smells. And you know, I want to smell good too. I want to smell like a vanilla queen. But this is giving Play-Doh. This is giving Play-Doh. And vanilla can be a tricky note, even though it's super common. It can turn into Play-Doh on a lot of people. Like, it just depends on your skin chemistry. On me, this unfortunately gave yellow plastic container, red lid. It just gave Play-Doh. And I've tried it several times. Like, your girl was Delulu. I was Delulu. But every single time it just gave Play-Doh. And it kind of gives Play-Doh on the strip to me too. If you guys tried this, let me know. Do you smell Play-Doh or do you smell the vanilla that everybody's talking about? I will say that it is, despite being Play-Doh, it is nice. It's not inoffensive. It's not unbearable. It's not disgusting. I didn't need to scrub it off when I tried it. Yeah, I'm gonna have to pass on this. Like, I don't hate it, but I don't love it. And I feel like for the price point, I need to love it, especially because it's vanilla and there's so many vanillas on the market. Like, I need to want to reach for this, and I feel like that's not gonna happen if I buy it. So unfortunately, this was a flop for me, unfortunately. Moving on, Homegirl Siren, what is it? Fragrance du Bois. This is a cherry oudi scent. The cherry in here seems to get sweeter and brighter as the time goes on. When I first put this on my skin, I was like, is it just me, or is the cherry getting better as it dried down? There's a slight milky accord, but I'm gonna be honest, it's not giving creamy. I've heard a lot of people say that this is a creamy scent. I don't get creamy. I know that that's like one of the notes, I think, but I don't necessarily get creamy. I just get just enough to balance out the oud, like just enough to make everything smooth. But I wouldn't go as far as saying it's creamy. And you know what, this cherry reminds me of La Petite's Robe Noir. They had a bunch of flankers, so don't ask me which one. But the cherry that was in that scent from, was it Guerlain or Givenchy? I think it was Guerlain. The cherry that's in that scent, if you know what I'm talking about, that's the cherry that this reminds me of. If that gives you an idea. It's that cherry. That's what it reminds me of. The fragrance is good. It's not my favorite, but it is good, and I can see why people like it. I definitely think that you need to, if you're interested in this, I think that you need to test it out. It's not a safe blind buy, and I do think that it might be for, if you love oud and you love cherry, you have to smell it. If you're hesitant about oud, or if you're maybe new to the fragrance world or new to the niche world, it may not be the scent for you. I do like it. I think this is one that I'm gonna have to think about. I'm gonna make a copper drop video where I'll decide out of these samples which ones I'm gonna get, and I'll let you know there if I end up getting this. But I'm just not sure. It's a maybe for me at this point. Moving on. Soradora. I'm quickly becoming a fan of this house. But this is their latest scent, their latest drop, which is called Yacht. I am jacking these names up. Like, I don't know what I'm doing with these names, but Yolip, whatever. This is a refreshing apricot and tea scent. It is bright, it's uplifting. The combo actually makes me think of sweet tea. It makes me think of sitting on the back porch in a summer afternoon in the South when I'm visiting my family, and we're drinking Southern iced tea. That's what this makes me think of. It has apple, it has rosemary. I think it has vetiver, black vanilla, sesame. It's just so good. It's feminine, it's sweet, it's refreshing. In the dry down on my skin, it pools a little powdery, but I'm okay with that. I'm okay with that. And you still get the green and you still get the peach all the way through. Yeah, I like this. I think it's pretty soft. It sits close to the skin, at least on me. I know you can like spray this down and you know, spray it on your clothes and it maybe get a little more projection. But for me, just on the skin, it sits pretty close. Again, I sampled this, so take that with a grain of salt. Because I don't have enough to spray on my clothes, but I'm assuming you'll get a nice personal cloud. I like this. This is another one that I'm not sure if I need the full bottle of though. Like if there was a rollerball option, I would definitely get that, definitely. But as we approach the end of summer, I'm not sure. I might have to revisit this in the spring. But this is not for everyone. This is not a safe blind buy. If you like tea, if you like peach, if you are okay with a little bit of powderiness, try it. Definitely try it. Don't blind buy it though. That's the thing of anytime I sample something, because I didn't want to blind buy it. So I'm not going to tell you to blind buy it. But that one, not bad. Not bad. Moving on to the coveted Bianco Latte from Giordani Toscana. Now this one I have smelled several times. Yeah, every time I walk into a fragrance boutique, I smell this fragrance or I put it on like this. I don't know why, honestly, I haven't brought the bottle yet, because it's giving you need to buy the whole bottle, because it's just that good. It is a buttery caramel and vanilla and musk. And this, when I say buttery caramel, I mean think of like the old school buttery caramel chews that maybe you would find at your grandmother's house when you went to go visit. That was in a little glass tray along with those strawberry candies and the Weathers original candies. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like in the paper wrapper, that buttery chew. That's the buttery chew I'm talking about. That's what this smells like to me. Or when my family, or like when my grandmother or my aunt would actually make caramel from scratch, that's what this smells like. It's a cloud of soft, chewy caramel. Ugh, it just makes you want to wrap up in a blanket, sit on the couch and drink hot cocoa and watch snow fall from the sky. I live in California, so that's unlikely, but you know, I can dream. Yeah, this is good. I don't have anything bad to say about this. I'm definitely gonna get a full bottle. My man loves this on me. Like when I put this on, he can't get enough. So that in itself is enough is enough for me to want to get the bottle, you know what I mean? You know what I'm saying? But yeah, this is good. It's creamy. This one also, if we want to talk combos, I've tried this one enough, and I've sprayed this one enough. It played with it. This one goes really good with Blanche Bette. If you want to get like a coconutty vanilla vibe, this smells really good with Blanche Bette. It also pairs really good with like a good coffee scent. That's not too dark, like a coffee break from Replica. I've sprayed those two together and it gives you like this caramel macchiato vibe. Chef's kiss. Blanche Bette, milky, caramely, coconutty desserts. Chef's Kiss. So those two are some good combinations that you can do that I have personally tried that are beautiful. Moving on. Next, I have Lamar. So I actually got this one through my Scentbird subscription. So I got the, it's like the size of a roller ball of this. And I really wanted to try it because to my understanding, Lamar is like one of the top sellers of the House of Beau house. So I just wanted to see what, you know, all the chatter was about. And it is a marine white floral. That's how they classify it. That's how I would classify it. It's elegant, it's feminine, but we've seen it before, right? It's not something that's groundbreaking or unique in my opinion. It's jasmine, tuberose, and gardenia. That is like the trio that is a classic time and time again. You got some seawater, some ginger, although I don't really get any ginger, so don't let that scare you. I don't really get any spiciness. You got some coconut, some almond milk. Yeah, I don't have anything negative to say about this. It's pretty. I can see why it's popular. For the price point, I think that there are other options out there. So I don't know if I can justify getting this for the price point, given that this is a DNA that I have smelled time and time again. The scent profile, you know, been there, done that. But it still doesn't take away from the quality. This is a good quality fragrance. It's blended beautifully. I already own Jo Malone's Sea Daffodil, which is in that same scent profile of like a marine floral. It's definitely different though. I think Sea Daffodil is sweeter, creamier, more solar, like if that makes sense. And I prefer that one to this. So yeah. My last one that I have for this sample haul is going to be Byron's the Chronic Rouge Extreme, or the Chronic Red Extreme, depending on who you ask. And this, you guys, first whiff, I get melon raspberry whipped cream. Those are the actual notes, but that's actually what I get. And to me, the melon is realistic, but the raspberry isn't. The raspberry, to my nose, is more artificial, and it actually reminds me of like an Airhead, like the blue rat, or not the blue one. Well, maybe the blue one. I'm thinking more so of the white mystery Airhead. Yeah, it kind of has like a faint Airhead synthetic candy smell with whipped cream, or like Cool Whip. It's light and airy and fruity and fun. The Airhead smell lingers a little bit, but then it kind of goes deeper and it goes into like this cinnamon woods ambery territory. Yeah, there's a hint of spice in here that adds some complexity that takes it from just being like your average fruity floral. But what I will say is when I tried this on the skin, I kept thinking, what does this remind me of? And for the first day I tried this, I couldn't think of it. I knew it was something, but I couldn't think of it. Then I went and I looked through my collection, and that's when I found her, pun intended. This reminds me, the dry down reminds me of a similar DNA to Burberry Her. I'm not gonna say Baccarat Rouge because although they're similar, I'm not gonna say Baccarat Rouge, but I am gonna say Burberry for Her. It's the slightest DNA. It's different enough to where you can totally have both in your collection. Like, I'm not gonna say that they're that similar, but if you like that Burberry Her DNA, you will like this. I'm like pretty sure you'll probably like this. I think that this is fruitier and sexier than Burberry Her, and when I get this in my collection, because I will be getting this in my collection, I wasn't supposed to tell y'all that just yet, but when I get this in my collection, I don't need Burberry hair no more. Although I will say this, okay, I have a complaint. One complaint. Yes, me, negative Nancy. She doesn't last long at all. She gives a cute 4 hours. And that's me being nice. She gives a cute 4 hours, and I found myself reapplying, and this is a sample. So yeah, that is all I have for today. Please go ahead and give this video a thumbs up if you like what you just saw. And if you want to be a part of my tribe, go ahead and subscribe and click the notification below so you can see anything that I release, any new videos. And with that being said, thank you so much, and I hope you have an amazing day or night. And until I see you next time, bye.